Hey, for those of you who haven't been up here in a while and you've heard about all the raise in the lake level, how's this for a look? 3rd and 5th Street launch ramps. I'm looking up on the main street from my boat. Not too shabby, huh? Hey, Clear Lake peeps. Ross England, Clear Lake Guide Service. Back with a normal Thursday report. Man, I think if you can look behind me, you can see what the water looks like. It's a mess. I'm sitting out here off in Nice right now, and it's pretty brown. What do you think, looking around? So, real quick, we'll just run off there. You know, there's a couple things that have happened in the last couple days. Redbud closed their launch ramp for a day while they did a dock. I don't want to call it a dock repair because it really wasn't. Their docks were in a low water situation, and all of a sudden it got high. So they had to close the launch ramp while they adjusted. We talked about that in the last report. As far as I know, they've got two lanes open with one dock going down the middle. County Park, no problem. I'm assuming the State Park is no problem. 3rd and 5th Street were no problem. I launched out of 5th Street this morning. No issue there. Keeling Park was fine, although it's pretty full. I'm assuming Lucerne is open. I don't know that for a fact. And I'm also assuming by now that they probably did the same type of repair or prep work that they did at Redbud down at Clear Lake Oaks. So I'm going to assume that that launch ramp has been opened again as well. So launching is not an issue. Water conditions, you can see what's behind me. I launched it into 47.8 degree water this morning. Now it's sunny today. Actually, where I'm sitting in all this brown water, my temperature is reading 55.4. And I can guarantee you when I was just left over there, it was 50, which is good. But I mean, you know, on a sunny day with all this sediment in the water does heat up a little quicker, at least the surface temp. When I turned my boat around in here, I saw that I stirred up most of this mud is kind of on the upper 2 feet of the lake. What my motor stirred up down below was clear. So I don't know what to tell you there. I think a lot of this coming out of Rodman is just drifting across the top, but I can tell you that I've been from Nice all the way down to Soda Bay today, and down by the state park and into Soda Bay the water was a little bit clearer. It still was a muddy color, but you could probably see a foot and a half. But nothing that I ran around in today looked good. So that's the water condition. I didn't get down below the Narrows, so I don't know what it looks like down there. Short version of the fishing was awful, at least for me. You know, we caught one crappie, and I think we lost a crappie and missed a couple of other bites. And that was on live bait. Never got a bass. Upcoming events, there was supposed to be a Future Pro out of Redbud this weekend. The last I had heard was it was canceled, although they had rushed to try to get the ramp ready. The reason it was canceled, I think, was because they heard that the dock was closed. Now whether they've changed anything on that, I have no idea. So this will be a little bit of an abbreviated deal because I had the report the other day, but man, I don't have anything positive to report about the fishing right now. So water level, you know, the lake's full right now. A couple days of sunshine, no rain. Looking ahead, you know, kind of mixed messages over the next 7 or 8 days. If you add it all up, we might get an inch of rain, or we might get 2 inches of rain over that period. So, you know, people worried about flooding, I don't think it's going to happen. They're letting water out like, you know, as fast as they can out of the dam, and the creeks are really slowing down. So I think the runoff is really tapering down. You know, if we got a big event, we got a really big storm where we did get an inch, 2 inches, that would probably pump it up again. But, you know, I think within the next week it might hit 8 feet. Getting up to 9, I think, is a real stretch. Of course, when you look at the weather forecast, all it says for the next foreseeable future is rain. So we'll see what happens. So anyway, we'll see you next week. Hopefully we have a little bit better report. We do our best to keep you up to speed and try to keep it accurate. So it is what it is. Talk to you next week. One thing you all need to be careful of, there's some big stuff floating around out here. This is about an 8-foot long, bare minimum 6x6, out off the mouth of Rodman.